Okay. I don't know if I like that player. Where should I put chat? Chat might just have to be ugly during this stream. Alright, are y'all ready for some degeneracy? True degeneracy? Watch this awful madness. I'm gonna put speed up on. I know, it sounds terrible. It sounds like misery. But we're gonna fly through Sprout Tower. All the way to the top. We're gonna take this Geodude. We're gonna kill Bellsprout. We're gonna kill Bellsprout. And then we're gonna self-destruct. And we're gonna get ourselves a nice, easy level up. Now, I think the only two Pokemon who can do this, really, are Graveler and... I think you can do... Can you kill yourself with Curse? You can at least do 50% of your HP with Curse. Now, other Pokemon can do this challenge. So, I have the Universal Pokemon Randomizer on, and it makes impossible evolutions possible. Now, the scary part is, I have no idea when Graveler evolves. I've read everything from 30 to 40, and I'm scared. I'm so scared. Yeah, I'm super excited. So I can technically keep up with you. Because I'm not trading, but I can. Excuse me. I can get those evolutions. So that's funny you say that. I 100% agree. I like friendship evolutions. I think it's fun walking as much as you can, and then leveling up just once for the ding, and then you get your evolution. I think that's so fun. And I think it's cool that Crystal, and I think they added it after Gen 4, but in Crystal, you get double friendship for grinding where you caught the Pokemon. So, like, it's really not even that hard. What's crazy, though, is I actually have boosted experience on right now. Because... Oh, what am I doing? All trainers are increased by, I think, 50%. And all wild Pokemon are actually 50% lower leveled. And I tested it. It's actually the same speed to grind in here and outside. Well, that's not true. It's faster to grind in here if I can kill myself with self-destruct. But if I have to use, like, Leer 40 times while the opponent kills me, it's actually the same speed, which is, like, astounding. But It was eye-opening. I tested it. I was timing it, and it was seconds difference. The only reason I'm doing this now is because I realized how fast it was with self-destruct Graveler. So I'm gonna do Graveler and Haunter this way. Everybody else is gonna be outside because it's honestly, it's not even different. It's like seconds different. Excuse me. Excuse me. Ooh, we low rolled. I also don't want to do this because I'm not getting, like, there's... Ugh, oh my god. Ugh. I'm not getting any encounters. We're getting, like, 3 encounters max. So I would like to go back to outside grinding. But if I can finish Graveler, I only have 6 big Pokemon left. So I'd like to get to the big 6 and then move on. Although I think technically Graveler is one of the big 6. It's weird because there's so much information online about the Universal Randomizer, but at the same time there's so many updates and, like, I don't know, it's weird. Like, things that you'd think would be well documented aren't. Like, again, what level do the Pokemon evolve that normally can't? And there is no easy information to find on that. But I wouldn't assume it's higher than 36. I read 40, which would be, oh my god, crazy. Because not even Gold and Silver have to do Dragonite until the 3rd gym. Truth be told, if they were friendship evolutions, it'd be too easy. I'd already be done. Because I've already done Crobat. I've already taken enough steps to have my friendship evos done. So, as cool as that would be, it would be too easy for somebody like me. Excuse me. My god. I have to weed eat today. It's been raining for like 2 weeks. Whoops, wrong way. There's so much greenery outside. I have to get the weed eater out. My mom's been weed eating, but it's already grown up where she was weed eating. So like, I have to get out there and weed eat because it's just gonna get bad. If everything gets to seeding and then seeds and then it rains, it'll be just there for next year and it'll just continuously get worse. So we gotta get ahead of it 1 year. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get Bayleaf, Quilava, Gengar. Wait. Hold on. Let me think about this. Bayleaf, Quilava, Pidgeotto, Gengar, and like everybody else on the roster lined up, started. I already have Bayleaf and Quilava, never mind. Meganium, Typhlosion, Gengar, Pidgeot, Ursaring, Donphan. I think that's it, of the big ones. I already did Croconaw, just kind of happened. And then I think, I don't know why I did that. I think after that, the highest one would be Jumpluff, which is 27, which is high, but, I mean, we're already at 29, so I know I can do 27. 27 is not a problem. And then I'm kind of just saving the bug Pokemon for the end. Because once I start grinding outside, instead of in here, we're going to see a ton of the bug Pokemon. And, you know, maybe you see a shiny. I'm also, like, saving them for the end because they're so easy to grind in comparison. So you get the super difficult ones out of the way, and then it's just... It's one of those things that, like, when you get to those Pokemon, you're just like, oh my god, this challenge is so easy. And you just forget about the other 60 hours of grinding you did. Because all you have to do is level up, like, the worst ones, Ariados and Ladian, I think. But, again, we have to get all of these guys done first, and then forget about it. Which is a big ask. Just do all of this and then forget about it, so that you can enjoy it. Oh, man. Ugh. I think this is the only bad part of the Professor Oak challenge. Truthfully, the first gym post level 29 grind, I would say. I'd say, I really don't remember anything in the 20s being that bad when I did it for myself. I do remember anybody after level 30 was annoying. Because I really remember Ursaring and Donphan not being that bad. I remember Donphan being annoying because I couldn't grind him against Ghastly unless I used Mud Slap. But I remember having Mud Slap because I did the glitch to get it. I wish I had done it this time, but life goes on. I can do it later. It's definitely a more official Professor Oak challenge. The one I did on my 3DS where I got Mud Slap from Faulkner and then duplicated it. Still legit. But I would consider that pushing the barrier as far as possible on what's, like, cheating and not. I just realized I won't know when Graveler evolves. Excuse me. When... Oh. It wouldn't be level 30. Because if he keeps dying every time, he'll never actually evolve. So I'll have to get him close at some point and then take him outside. What level would he evolve at? I honestly feel like if I sat down and looked at like an evolution chart, I'd be able to figure this out. I mean, if you base it off of normal 3-stage evolutions, dude, it's 35 or 45. Because normal ones evolve at 36 after a 16. But that's brutal. If I have to grind him to 45, dog. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know if that... Ugh. It would honestly be easier, I think, to just reset. It wouldn't. I'd have to redo everything, but go far enough into the story to get a rare candy and then just duplicate rare candies the entire playthrough. But that's cheating. That would be cheating. There's no way. So it's gotta be 40. That's crazy still. Yeah, what do you get Graveler at? 25? Is it 25? When do you get Graveler? Am I misremembering? Oh, I am misremembering. It's still not much. It's like 22, 23. Oh, man. When would they... When... When would someone capable of modding an entire randomizer think appropriate to have somebody acquire a Golem? Because you get Kadabra at level 16? So I would assume Alakazam would be 36. Haunter's 25. Oh man. So is Machoke, I think. Oh dude, this is gonna be, oh wait. We'll go to 32. What is 32 though? Will 30? You think 32 is enough? I mean, it's not really that bad to level up right now. We're still flying. Oh man, this is difficult. This is difficult. Do I need to turn the volume down, by the way? I'm sorry if it's killing anybody's ears and you can't hear me. I'm gonna be honest. It's not that I even tune it out. I just don't mind the sound of sped up Pokemon music. I first started playing emulated Pokemon in 2012. I've been playing emulated Pokemon for 14 or 15 years, I think, man. I did genuinely just... Again, it's not even that I tune it out. Like, I hear it. It's miserable. But, like, it just doesn't bother me anymore. And I think it's because I've never listened to music while playing Pokemon. I've always watched TV. So, like, I've had to differentiate between, like, yeah, that's Pokemon. That's Pokemon in the background. Whereas, like, if I had music playing, I would just turn off the Pokemon sound and just vibe to the music. But like I've said before, if I'm watching something or playing a second game, I will forget about the Pokemon. So, like, I can't do that. So, like, I have to be aware that I'm playing Pokemon while I'm playing Pokemon, or else I will just forget. Oh my god, my cat's actually playing, and it's kind of wonderful. They've been, like, real lazy lately. Which makes me feel, like, totally incompetent as a cat owner, but, like, they're freaking cats, bro. Sometimes I forget that. Sometimes it's just like, oh my god, like, what's going on? Like, am I not doing enough? Do they need new toys? Is it this? Is it that? Is it this? Is that? And then you just buy a new, like, something, and you take the Amazon box, and you put it by the recyclables, and the cats are, like, excited for 5 days. And it's like, Jesus Christ. I think this next one will be perfect, so we'll see. If not, we'll just keep going until we get it lined up, because it's not taking very long. In worst case scenario, I mean, I spend like an extra 5 minutes just grinding a Graveler. This... Oh, no, this is good, this is good, this is good. Oh, look at that! Excuse me. Sorry for coughing on you guys. I would take allergy meds, but I can't. I'm, like, useless when I do. I just can't. I'd take just about shiny anybody, though. I think the worst one would be shiny Pidgey. I think shiny Pidgey's the only one I wouldn't want. But, I mean, we'd still take it. Alright, 32. No evolution. 32 is pretty low. So what should I go for? Should I just go for 36? I will say, the experience is slowing down. Need to bite my tongue next time. I will say, I was not expecting... I am thoroughly addicted to that Sulfur game, though. The guy who made it, I'm pretty sure it's him. But whoever is the whoever does the advertising for that game, I'm guessing it's the dev. It'd be crazy that it's, I think, one or two people made the game. It'd be crazy that they actually have, like, an advertising budget, and it's not just the dev. But they've got some funny YouTube shorts. And it's what got me to get the demo, and then I've just played the demo for, like, what, 6 hours? 7 hours? It's fun. I think the full game's 20 bucks. So, I'll probably get it. I've been trying to pinch my pennies lately. Which is crazy for me to say. But I haven't had any cards, really. I did actually just recently buy some cards, though. I'm gonna try, for the first time in my life, to compete in a tournament. I would prefer to compete in a Magic tournament because I'm more familiar with Magic. But Magic decks are, like, way harder to build. There's just, some of the cards are so expensive. If you buy everything online, way cheaper for Magic, I believe. It fluctuates. But, like, I can get a Yu-Gi-Oh deck going for the cheapest. And I would like to participate in a tournament. I was getting ready to try and participate in a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, and then I actually sat down and tried to learn my deck, and I haven't felt so stupid in a while. But trying to actually play Yu-Gi-Oh is like... Dude, it's nonsensical. Yu-Gi-Oh is like... It's wild. There's so much going on in modern Yu-Gi-Oh. It's crazy. But there's a current form of Blue Eyes White Dragon that I think I can understand, because the whole point is to summon Blue Eyes White Dragon and then fancier versions of Blue Eyes White Dragon. And I think I can follow that line of thinking. But yeah. I'd love to do Magic, but there's no way. And then, I actually was learning to play Pokemon competitively at one point. But hilariously, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh have the same problem. in my opinion, where it's like, alright, I'm gonna play, I don't even know, like, what the meta is right now, but when I was playing Pokemon, like, really trying to get into it, they just added this item called was it the Aqua Badge? I can't even remember exactly what it did, but basically everybody started running like the same identical water decks and stuff for like a minute, and it was just like, hot damn, dude. And it was like, this shit's intense, where it's like, all right, I'm gonna play. I don't even remember how the decks work. Was it? I think it was Blastoise. It was centered around Blastoise, but like the whole like playing your whole hand and then playing Professor Oak at the end, just so you can draw 7 at a max, or like a maximum of 6 or 7, and then like go into the next turn, and then it's just like, oh my god, now I'm gonna do that all over again, and then finish that combo by drawing Oak back out of your discard so that on turn 3 you can redo it, and it's just like, this game's too fast. Which is crazy, because you're still setting up your energies by that point so that you can start attacking, whereas like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is doing the same thing, but it's over by that. Like, the game's over. So like, Pokemon's just as fast, but like, not. Like, each turn has as many movements, but the games aren't as fast. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Has just as many movements, but the games are over in like 3 or 4 turns. Did I say it? I probably did. That's funny. That's funny, because I heard somebody else say it yesterday, and they had no idea they said it, but I was sitting there going, oh, So that's funny. I'm glad I'm still on the side of, like, when I say it, I don't realize it. But I heard someone else say it yesterday. Because the guy... What did he say? He was like, oh, what did he say? He said, I can't remember exactly how he said it, but he was like, I'm a taller guy. I'm 6'6", 6'7". And I was like, oh, yeah, he said it! And then he just, like, kept going, and I was like, he didn't even realize he said it. That's funny. Because I just did what he did. That's so funny. What did I say? When did I say 6? I don't even know. I must have come out so naturally. I don't even remember what I was talking about, though, so let's be honest. There's no chance of me remembering. Oh, and if you are wondering, I did, lose my shit on Discord. Like I got logged in one day and 3 or 4 people were just like, you guys know that it's not a good look that you haven't told us anything about the game. So like, by now, you probably, yeah, we're gonna stop recording for a while. Should have started building hype and other stuff for the game, yada yada. It was just like, there was a bunch of people just like, oh god, it made me so mad. So I wrote a comment where I was just like, wow, it's kind of disappointing how nobody actually wants to talk about the game. It seems like every day somebody's asking when the game's coming out, but nobody wants to talk about lore or builds or... And I just, like, went on a tangent, and it was just like, oh my god, it's like, I hate you people. It's like, I've been posting about my playthroughs, my experiences, bugs, this, that, and it's like, nobody wants to talk to me, but, like, every single day for the last month, people are like, when's the game coming out? When's the game coming out? When's the game coming out? And it's like they said Q1, that's January to March. We're about to go into March in, like, what, a week and a half? It's like, maybe at the end of February, we start asking the question of where's the game? Like, they still have, like, a month and a half. Like, oh my god, dude. It's like, oh my god. It's like, leave indie devs alone. Like, they're not infallible, But if they haven't undelivered or underdelivered, if they're still on schedule, it's like, let them cook, bro. It's like, there's fucking... It's an indie group. Like, yeah. Let them cook. Especially because they made it very clear that we're going to be getting a play test and not the full game. It's just like, yo, guys, back off of them. Like, let's get a full, complete game. Like, let's go. Because the last time I played the demo, I discovered stuff that the playtesters hadn't discovered, which meant that the full game was going to have a big-ass bug in it that they were going to have to fix. And it's like, bro, that sucks. Because I found that in, like, the first 2 days of playing. So, like, if the full game came out, I was going to rerun into that bug. Which is funny to me because I was basically doing challenge mode, and that just told me that the people doing the playtest never actually did challenge mode. And it's like, wow, guys, can you really call it playtesting if you didn't even try out all the different things? And the answer is, I don't know. Because every time I talk to anybody on there, they just immediately stop talking to me back. And it's like, bro, like, I don't know what I've done wrong, but... dude, it's crazy. I made a bunch of screenshots and posted those. I commented on other people's discussion about the game. But I can't get a single reply from anybody. And everybody just wants to keep asking where the game is. Which is really weird, because it's a multiplayer game on top of everything. So it's like, are we all just playing it by ourselves? Which I'm fine with. Because I've noticed that when you play with other people, you don't get as many points, so you can't get as many charms, which keeps you from getting as strong of a build. Which, I like the big builds. Also, if you're sharing kills, you can't get as high of a combo, and I'm currently trying to get a 3,000 point combo, and if I'm sharing points with other people, I'm not getting 3,000 points. I'm barely getting 2,500 is my best. There's no way I'm squeezing out another 500 points if I'm sharing kills with people. No way. Alright. I will test it here. There's a chance. There's a chance. Level 36. Thematically, it would make sense. It's Pokemon, man. Does it matter? Does it matter? Level 36 is a fine level to get your 3rd stage evolution. But I can 100% see the people being like, well, most of them are level 16 to 36, so we did just an extra 20 on everything. I was like, what? Oh, shoot. Yeah. So yeah, Graveler would be like, what, 42? Haunter would be 45. Machoke would be 45. Alakazam would actually be the easiest one. That's really... I mean, it makes sense why Kadabra is the lowest one, because Abra is, like, you know, trash. But I never realized that. He's, like, much lower leveled. For balancing reasons, I almost feel like they should make everybody else way lower leveled and worse. Would people ever use... No. Actually, I was about to say, would people ever use Geodude if he was as bad as Abra, but Golem was only as good as Golem? And the answer is no. Never. Ever. If you had to struggle with a Geodude until you got a Graveler, just so it could attack, nobody would ever do it. It's so... Graveler's so bad. It'd never be worth it. Yeah, it'd never be worth it. If I could change anything, I would honestly make the change that Abra also evolves at 25 into Kadabra, but at 20 he learns Confusion. So the last 5 levels are Abra actually putting in the work himself, but it's still miserable. Because Abra's, I don't even think that bad. Like, by old Pokemon standards, like, I'm pretty sure Abra's, like, as good as some second-tier Pokemon. Which is, like, weird to say, but Gen 2 Pokemon's weird. Stats are weird once you get, like, into the down and dirty of it. Like, who can one-shot who, given the circumstances and whatnot. It gets weird. I remember one time, I don't remember what tier it was, but I remember one time in some online battling, I was using Haunter for a while. Just because he was fast enough and he could do the damage. But obviously Gengar was banned. I can't remember what tier it was. But it was so weird. And then I was just like, wait, what about Kadabra? Oh, wait, it's coming back to me. Oh, what tier was it? I don't know if it's the tier I started in, but I want to say I finished in FU, and I was using, like, I was using, like, an event Charmeleon that was Rash, but it came with Quick Attack. So I was using, like, Quick Attack, Fire Punch Charmeleon, and, like, some other super weird builds. That was when I was, like, obsessed with Pokemon. I lived and breathed Pokemon every single day. And then my favorite YouTuber that I watched religiously, had a mental health crisis because he was trying to be, like, one of the first YouTubers, like, that, like, made all of their money from YouTube. And it just didn't go well. Dang. Alright, well, there was 36. But they got out of Pokemon, and I got out of Pokemon as well. And then they got into a different game, and I didn't get into that game at all. Which is funny, because I ended up getting into that game later and becoming obsessed with it. And that game was Hearthstone. But I was like, that doesn't look like fun. I was like, you're literally just gambling for online cards. And then getting mad at those online cards. And it's like, I don't want to do that. And I don't remember why I got into Hearthstone, but dude, when I got into Hearthstone, it wasn't even that bad, honestly. It was a lot of fun. Whenever a new expansion would come out, we'd all, like, all my roommates and I, would set aside, I think it was like $50. Was it 50, 60 bucks? And you'd get, like, 60 packs or something like that, which sounds really bad, but when you consider you can buy a box of Final Fantasy Magic cards for $200, I think it's like $210, and you get 30 packs, not great. So spending 50 bucks and getting, I think it was like 50 bucks and 60 packs if you got it like the day the expansion came out. It's kind of insane. But again, they're virtual, so you know. But Hearthstone was a lot of fun. Back in the day, Hearthstone was a lot of fun. It was straight up a strategy game. Which made me feel so stupid at times. Because we watched this one guy called Trump SC. He did StarCraft at first. But he would do budget decks where, like, he would only use free decks that, like, you got cards for free. You'd have to do, like, weekly challenges. And it'd be like, hey, you could unlock this deck, but, like, everybody could do it. And he would get to the top rank every season. And, dude, it was always incredible because it would just, like, it was mind-boggling, dude. It would just feel bad because you'd be, like, watching and you'd be like, oh, you're gonna do this. And then you'd be like, well, I'm gonna play this because I've been watching his hand and he's kept 2 cards the entire time. So those are obviously later game cards. And since we're on turn 4, he's either gonna play them now or in 2 turns. So I'm gonna play defensively because we're gonna prepare for what he's going to play instead of taking the turn now. And then they would play, like, a turn 5 card from the left, or, yeah, the left side or whatever that they've been holding this whole time. And it's like, god damn, dude. It's like, how you thinking of shit like that? It's like, I would have just made the trade, and then he would have played 5, and he would have gotten ahead. It's like, I would have lost. It's like, that's crazy. And then again, he's doing it with a budget deck, and I'm playing with, like, the deck that we paid money for. Like, at the start of the season, you open a bunch of cards, and then you disenchant all the bad ones, and you make the cards you do want. You pray for a couple goldens for that King Spare Dust. Disenchant last season's death. Dude, and then they came out with Wild, and it was like, well, I hate myself. Which was, like, such a scummy thing for them to do. Because, like, dude, it felt so satisfying when they did, like, the standard rotation thing. And, like, you got all that free dust from those cards that were no longer legal. And then, yeah, it was like, I don't remember how much longer it was, but Wild came out, and it was just like, oh, yeah. It might have been at the same time. I actually don't remember. I feel like Wild came later. But then we got into Magic, because we realized there was 2 Magic stores, like, within 15-20 minutes of our house, I think. I can't remember. It might have been a little further. One of them was literally right off the freeway from our house, and then the other one was right in town next to a burrito shop that, like, I genuinely don't know if I ever walked by that burrito shop and didn't go in. I love that place. You could get a baby burrito for like $3.50, $3.80 or something like that. And it was like, ugh. It was perfect. It was the perfect amount of food, man. You'd always feel like, I should have gotten a large one. And then on the walk home, everybody who got a large one would like still be holding their burrito, like trying to eat it and just like chugging. Or like they'd already eaten it and they'd starting to get the sweats. And it's like, oh, yeah, no, I'm super glad I ate the little one. I feel fine. I lived in like a really sweet spot. In a really nice part of the college town. But God, my roommates were just miserable. If only I'd gotten my payment for landscaping like I thought I was going to. I was supposed to receive several $1,000s in landscaping, but instead I received, hey, we think we've paid you enough. And it's like, this is where I learned to get things in writing. Like, this is heartbreaker. Yep, if you're ever gonna do under the table work, you get that shit in writing, because deal with the other stuff later. At least get paid. Oh god, somebody save me. Okay, so we're gonna play for like another 4 minutes, and then I'm gonna wrap up, because I'm gonna go to the grocery store, and then after the grocery store, I need to... I'm not sure what I'm gonna do after the grocery store. I need to clean the shit out of my room, but I also have to clean like the whole house, so I'm gonna clean something and then move on to something else and then finish somewhere else. But I got a bunch of cleaning to do today. I gotta do some weed eating. God, I should have done that this morning so that I could throw the battery on the charger. Oh my gosh, and then I was like kind of excited to get the new Ninja Turtles for the Magic the Gathering set. Cause like the new, I'm like not excited, like I wasn't excited for the cards really, but like the accessory box that comes with it was like pizza based and all this other stuff, and I was like, okay. I used to like the Ninja Turtles to like the extent where like it would be fun to have like, you know, the accessories and stuff that come with it. Like I'm not exactly excited for the cards, but like the box and all the other like unique things that come with it. It's like, okay, those might be worth grabbing. But dude, I saw the card art and it genuinely looks AI like produced. Is it produced? Is the word is it looks weird. Like it has that. It's weird. I think most people know what I'm saying when it has that AI look to it. But like the new Ninja Turtle cards look bad. And it's like, okay, I actually don't even want the cards because like it really feels like they're pushing what they can get away with. It feels bad. And then Union Arena, the company that makes like all the anime games, they're putting out like multiple copies of different games, different shows per year, but like Hunter x Hunter's only getting one per year, and it's like, yo, why are they being so stingy with Hunter x Hunter? And I freaking, dude, I was at the card shop one day and I saw a Pokemon box with the Mega Dragonite on it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, I actually like Mega Dragonite. He looks kind of cool. And I just didn't think anything of it, went on, and then I was like online checking out stuff on Reddit, and I saw the new Feraligatr card, and I was like, bro, I'm on it. And I drove out to the shop and the box wasn't there, and they're like, yo, that stuff sells like the day we get it. And I was like, no, I was here and you had it. And they were like, yeah, you must have been here the day we had it, or the day we got it, and that was the last one we had. And it was like, I just was standing there dumbfounded, like, oh my god, I hate myself, like, wow. But I didn't know. I've never looked at a Pokemon card list. Mostly because I know Feraligatr never gets good cards. So go figure he finally gets a good one. This is it. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. Oh. Yeah, no, that's embarrassing. 38. This is it. I can feel it in my bones. I can't feel shit, bro. Yes! Yes! I've never had a golem before! He's beautiful. Oh my god, he's... Wow, dude, I'm so sad I've never had one before. His sprite's phenomenal. He is handsome. Thank you. If I got a shiny one, Bowling Ball would be a great name. Now, where is he? He's down. I know he's down. Oh, there he is. And... Pop, there he is. On the left side. Congratulations. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. That's my boy! Oh wait, I want to see what his sprite looks like first. Alright, so who are we doing next? It'll be Pidgeotto. For sure. Wait, I want to see what his sprite... I've never seen his... I've seen it, like... in videos, but I've never seen it myself. Regular Caterpie. What's he look like? It's terrible. Oh my god. Oh, it's so bad. Sometimes they're bad, man. Wow, really? For Gen 2? That's some Gen 1 right there. Interesting. I thought it'd be a little bit better than that. 38 was pretty rough, but we're through it. We're through it. Ugh. All right, that was one of the worst ones. Yeah, Crobat was only level 23. That wasn't bad at all. And then I have to catch Ghastly still, right? Yeah. So, yeah, what I do is I always, this, it feels so weird to say, but I have restarted Pokemon Crystal probably 5 times now. I've done the first badge of Pokemon Crystal probably 5 or 6 times. But I always catch a Zubat as soon as possible and just walk with it. And then once I have all of my main Pokemon that I'm going to grind, like when I have all 3 starters to level 20, Pidgeotto's level 20, Geodude's level 20, I will grind Zubat to level 20 wherever I got him, and that usually gets him to Golbat, and then Crobat immediately. I don't actually have like the count or anything, that's just how I've been doing it since I started playing this challenge in 2019. It is kind of, when I think about it, it is kind of crazy how much research I've done in Crystal. It's kind of crazy. Which does feel good. I think I did discover something. I don't know how to prove. I guess I would have to go. I don't know how you would ever prove anything like that, because technically somebody 20 years ago could have discovered it and they just didn't share it. But I think I discovered dialogue in this game that nobody had seen. I don't know. Again, other people who did the Professor Oak challenge could have seen the dialogue and just not shared it. So it's hard to say. And depressingly, with how people act, it's really hard to say, because sometimes people are just like, oh yeah, I saw that. And it's like, did ya? Did ya? Actually, I think it'd be smarter to grind these guys up. Yeah. And then everybody can, yeah. Dude, level 1 Pokemon is so funny. Oh no, look at the screen! Is the word move cut off? Yes, I think the word move's cut off. Alright, I gotta fix that. It's gonna I can't believe I just recorded the whole... Oh my god, how many hours have I recorded and it's been off this... Ugh. Disgusting. Okay. I actually feel really good about that. I'm gonna hop off here and get ready to do some chores, y'all. I'm gonna get to my spot, though. So yeah, we got Teddiursa, Phanpy, we're gonna grind up so that we can use them to grind. Hey, I was gonna ask, are you already started on yours? Because I'm gonna wrap up here. I know I heard the fucking brink, but I gotta do it again. Alright, perfect. YouTube, thanks for stopping by, thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out.